Computer. All right, it looks like we're recording. Of course, I hear Jeff yelling at the dogs. Okay, so welcome Tanya, welcome.
Yeah.
So those of you that are not catching us live, we're going to meet on Monday nights. This time it is 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern. Now, if you are looking to build your business and this time is horrible for you and you have a time that works better, let me know. But in the meantime, we're just going to go with this, and then you can catch the recording. If you are looking to build your business, it's best to get on here live whenever possible. My goal is to never go over 30 minutes, unless there's really good dialogue and questions that need answering. But otherwise, I hope to get us in, get us out, and get us moving. So this is our first call. So, of course, it's fitting. It's Tanya and I. But we have been doing some calls with another team. And now it's time for us to create and build our identity. And so as you see by our team page and as I've written, my team's name is the Pursuit Fitness. Now, as you guys build your team, you can make up your own team names. You get a coach under you, you've got a team, you do what you want. But the reason that I chose this, and I kind of want you guys to understand a little bit about it, it's from scripture. If you've seen my logo, you understand that. Now, if the Christian faith is not your faith, like that is okay. Like we welcome you, we love you here. But that is just a huge part of what I am and what I'm about. But this is applicable to every area of your life. But it comes from Philippians 3:12, and it says, "It is not that I have already taken hold of it or have already attained perfect maturity, but I continue my pursuit in hope that I may possess it, since I have indeed been taken possession by Christ Jesus." When I started my health and fitness journey, I had some goals in mind, but ultimately it was about the pursuit to get to those goals. It was about the person that I was going to become on my way to get there. And so for me, that's kind of the idea that I wanted with everything I do. It's not about hitting a goal and checking it off. It's continuing that pursuit, because we're never going to reach like perfection, right? There's always going to be somewhere that we can do better. There's always going to be a part of our fitness or our nutrition that could be better. There's going to be a part of our coaching in our life. So just to give you guys a little bit of an idea about what that's about. I'll share more of our vision stuff as we grow as a team and figure that out. But as we grow, there's just such cool things I want to do with us. And we'll get to that at another point in time. So there's a few things before I hit on some news and notes from Super Saturday that I want to share. And I'm going to screen share because the information that I'm going to share, I got at our quarterly regional meeting. So every quarter, Beachbody has an event. They call it Super Saturday. And so the idea is that it's kind of like a mini summit. It's an opportunity to get coaches together that are geographically near each other to share some training, some information, to work out together, to network, and create an atmosphere where coaches can just get some good learning. Some events are bigger than others. Some events you've got, Carl Deichler, the CEO of the company. Some events you're going to have some of the super trainers at. I got to go to a really cool event where there's probably about 150 people there. And one of the coaches in the top 10 in the network is from Kansas City area. So she spoke. So that was really neat. Now, the Super Saturday that I came from in South Carolina had about between 4 and 10 people each time. Still great information. Corporate puts out a video of specifics, so everybody's getting the same basic information. So I'm going to share a little bit about that. But before I do, I want to show you where, if you were not able to get to an event, where you can still learn about what's happening on a regular basis. Now, you want to make sure that regularly you're checking in your coach online office. Again, if you are here as a discount coach, listen to this information, know where to find it. But this information is going to be applicable to you because you may want to use it, not necessarily in your business, but just because it's available. So screen share this sucker. Screen share. Can you see my screen, Tanya? My big mess screen?
Yes.
All right. So when you log into your coach online office, you're going to go to the online office section. And there is some information that's super important to you at all times. And it's super slow because I use my phone as a hotspot. I will do this later. Yes. Sorry. Yes. All right, done. Sorry. Apparently that's going to come up for you. So on the right-hand side, there's this news and notes section. And this is going to be information that gets updated on a regular basis. So you want to check your office regularly because there's going to be information on the National Wake Up Call, you know, who spoke. There's going to be the links to the to catch the replays. There's going to be information about, you know, the Super Saturday that came up. We have the UK launch, and I'm going to give you all these dates, but there's more specifics in here, and this is where you're going to find the most up-to-date information. So you want to be checking that regularly. Also, those of you that are newer, that are looking for opportunities to learn and grow, there are some trainings that I'm plugging you into that Team Fitfluence, who's our bigger team, have. But go to this news and training tab. This stuff has incredible resources available to you at all times. Check it out. Go through it. Utilize it. You're going to get training for every level where you're at, like all the way through. So make sure that you get familiar with it. And as you have questions, reach out to me if I'm your coach, or reach out to your coach. And then you guys can come to me together if you have questions. I was going to ask you a question, Tanya, and I forgot what it was. I'm not sure. Tanya, since you're on the phone, I know I gave Mike this information. Do you know how to look in your office so you can tell when a coach is going to go inactive for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know how to, so you know where it'll show you if somebody's going to go inactive, where it shows up in red? Okay. Yes. I showed Mike the other day. Guys, I'm not going to get into a whole lot about this office today. I just want you to be familiar with what's there. Also, if you're a newer coach, whether you're a discount coach or not, another really cool place to go is this sales and marketing, because there are these product toolkits. So if you're thinking about doing a program and you're not sure a whole lot about it, and you can't get a hold of me or somebody else to find out, always go in here and check. Like if you're like, oh, I might want to do Chalene Extreme, I don't know a whole lot about it. There's going to be information right on every single program we have in here. It's going to tell you about the product. There's going to be a challenge group guide. So if you want to run a group with it, you don't have to make up your own stuff. There's the video promos, pretty much everything that you could want to know about a program. Where I go here the most, and where a lot of you are going to go here the most, is not necessarily the program stuff, but Shakeology and Daily Sunshine. It's going to have the FAQ information. It's going to give you the charts, the ingredients, all the stuff you can find through the sales and marketing tab. So it's a super important tab you're going to want to check out. The other thing I want to show you, because I've been working on it, and it's going to grow, we are teampursuitfitness.com. is going to have a whole bunch of information for you available at your fingertips. So right here is going to be some important contact information. If you're like, I can't find the Beachbody stuff, because sometimes I Google it and it doesn't come up, this is going to give you the information for me, for coach relations, how to do the live chat. It also is going to have the phone number and meeting ID for this particular call. So if you happen to be out and about and you can't join us like face to face, but you need to call in, it's got the phone number right here for you, plus the meeting ID. What we also have is this coach link generator is gold. Guys, if you have somebody that you know wants a product, you know what they want. You know they want this all access challenge pack. You're just going to put in your coach ID and submit, and then you scroll and figure out what it is you want. By sending somebody this link right here for the all access challenge pack, it connects them to you. This only connects them to you if they do not have a coach. So if you know they don't have a coach, send them this link. It gives them exactly what they need. I make sure that anybody I send a link to, first I verify that it's going to go to me. But I tell everybody before they purchase from you, if they get to the checkout and your name is not at the bottom of the thing as their coach, tell them to stop, drop, and roll. And then let us know so we can help you get that fixed, because otherwise that order is going to go to a different coach, even though it's through your link. So that's another helpful feature that we have set up for you. The other things that are in here for you to use, to do with what is going to, work for you. I have a getting started right call. My goal is to have a call with each and every one of you, but the reality is timing is sometimes tough. And I get really long-winded and I say a lot of things that aren't always necessary. This is a streamlined version. Yes, it's 30 minutes, but it's going to walk you through everything you need to know to get started on the right foot. It's going to show you the essential things you need to know in your online office, and it's going to give you action steps to take immediately. So if you are looking to work your business in any way, shape, or form, watch this call. One of the actions that you're supposed to take after is to let me know so that we can then communicate and talk through. But that's right here for you at your fingertips. There's a new coach roadmap that another coach and I had created a while back, and this is kind of a step-by-step checklist. You click on it, It's going to be a step-by-step checklist that's going to walk you through the first stages of being a coach. So guys, if you are newer at this, do not let that prevent you from bringing new coaches in. You don't have to do this training. I've got some training available, and our bigger upline has training available that's going to help walk them through. You do not need to know all this. You do not need to create this. It is here for you. And basically, this is just a checklist that's got links that are going to walk them through every step in the beginning processes as learning how to become a coach. So that's right here as a coach roadmap. This is going to remind us all when our team call is. If you click on this link, it will also take you directly to the Zoom. So if you're not for some reason you're struggling with Facebook, you can't find the link, you're not, you don't want to scroll through there, you come to this page, click right on it. A couple other things that are in here for you to use. This is a clean eating boot camp that I had put together. Basically, it's a 5-day free clean eating group. It gives you posts that you can use. It gives you meal plans. It gives you all the information. So if you want to run a free group, but you don't want to create your content, come in here, take it, or take the parts that you like, modify it, run it how you want to run it. We're going to talk about another cool option coming up so that you don't have to worry too much about that. But in the past, that was always my hang up. I wanted to run a free group, but I didn't have the content, and it can be a pain to do. So utilize that. And then this Food is Fuel is just another link that's going to take you to some great resources that you can share in your groups. Share it with people and use it. Lastly, on this page right now is the Team Beachbody podcast. This is going to connect you to all of the National Wake Up Calls. So if you do not catch a National Wake Up Call live and you want to work your business, you need to make it a must. You have to listen to these calls weekly. You need to make it a priority in your calendar. You're going to get great information from coaches that have been doing this stuff, that have been successful at this stuff. So what's super important about these calls is over time, they've gotten better and they're giving you action steps, like things you can actually do. It's not just a rah-rah, woohoo, we're Beachbody, let's rock and roll and go do stuff. They're going to actually tell you what they're doing that's been successful. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. And then you're going to hear about people that are successful. So you know that if you put in the work over time, there's a potential that you can get there as well. So again, this is it's at teampursuitfitness.com. Up here after this call is going to be a link to all the team calls. So any call that you miss or any call you want to go back to, because like I said, we're going to do some training in the future, it's going to be right there for you at your fingertips. All right, stop share. Tanya, was there anything that I missed that was really important you think I should share?
No, that was good.
Okay. All right, let's rock and roll with the real stuff. Good. Uh-oh, I got to minimize this because I didn't print it. Because I had notes all over the place. Go figure. Notes for a team call. There they are. All right. All right, so some of the big news that's coming out. Many of you are familiar with the challenge pack. If you are not, a challenge pack is when you combine a program with either Shakeology or the performance line. And lately, the challenge pack that most people are utilizing is the All Access Digital Streaming Challenge Pack. And that's been, for the last several months, it's been $160. Prior to that, it was $199. They dropped that price. I read through the Coach Online office the other day that they're going to keep that $160 price through the end of the year, so through December. So continue to share that with people. That's going to be the best bang for their buck. It's also going to give them the best chance for success. Now, what's important with those All Access Challenge Packs is you're now giving somebody this library that's going to overwhelm them. So if somebody signs up with an All Access Challenge Pack, you then need to walk them through it. Make sure you show them how to utilize the office, what it looks like. I'll include another link. It's called Getting Started Right, that another coach and I put together, and it walks you through actually how to find things on the streaming that you can share. It's something that whenever somebody signs up with the All Access Challenge Pack, I share with them, and then I talk to them and figure out what program's going to make the most sense for them. Because if you just send them that, they're not going to use it. You need to make sure that you're talking to them about their Shakeology. Let them know your favorite way to drink it. Make sure you're telling them how to make it. If they don't like it, make sure they're talking to you about it so you can give them other ways to make it. Because that's going to be essential to keeping your customers with you, and maintaining them as customers and hopefully coaches in the future. But it's also going to give them the best chance for results. We know that when you combine a program and you combine Shakeology, they're going to get results, but they need to do it and use it. And that's where you're going to come in. So anyway, the whole point of that is it's staying $160 right now. As a coach, you make $50 in commission on that. So keep that in mind. The Kickstart Challenge Pack, which is that same $160 value, but they're adding the 3-day refresh on top. My cats are freaking out. So they're adding the 3-day refresh on top of that. So for $205, you're getting the 3-day refresh. You're getting the fixed portion stuff. You're getting the month of Shakeology, plus you're getting the annual all access for $205. Guys, that's a $70 commission right there out of the gate. So keep those things in mind. As you're talking to people and find out what their goals are, make sure you're making those kind of recommendations. Next thing coming out is Clean Week. Clean Week is a new program that was created by the newest super trainer, Megan Davies. And basically what that was created was in response to this idea of running these free clean eating groups. And Beachbody wanted to make it easier for coaches to say, hey, instead of creating your own content and making your own stuff up, we're going to make this easier for you. We're going to give you a program. We're going to give you a meal plan. We're going to give you menu options that they can pick and choose from. And we're going to give you a challenge guide on top of that. So if you run a group, they're even going to give you posts and tell you what to say, so that you can take people through that. Now, what's cool with Clean Week is they don't have to be an on-demand subscriber. What they can do is for $29.95, they can purchase 7 days worth of Shakeology. Guys, Shakeology is the key in all of this. So for $29.95, they get 7 days worth of Shakeology plus the nutrition guide. And then they're going to get access to 4 different workout programs that are going to take place over the course of the week. Now, if you've got people that are like, I kind of need to get started, I don't need the Shakeology, they'll still be able to access those workouts through streaming, which is going to be a really awesome option. And my understanding is they're not going to even have to do the free trial of streaming. They're still going to be able to get to it because they're eliminating that firewall. So people will just be able to go in and access those 4 workouts. So as that comes out, we'll talk about it, but that comes out on October 3rd. So you want to keep that in mind as you're starting to think about your next challenge group. You may want to do a Clean Week 2 weeks before your challenge group. So if people are like, oh yeah, I like this, I want to keep going, they're easily able to upgrade to the All Access Challenge Pack so they can continue with a program. The idea of this is introducing people to the idea of clean eating and working out and doing it in a group setting. So October 3rd, that's going to be really cool. Something that's going to be awesome for Tanya, those of you that haven't been coaches for a while yet may not really care so much, but on October 9th, there's going to be the new Coach Online Office. So that's going to come out on our desktop. So the Coach Online Office is going to be streamlined. Stuff is going to be in a more logical place. There's going to be a search tab and every window. So if you're like, Tanya, you're running your Fit Club and you need to find the Fit Club waiver, you're just going to be able to type in Fit Club waiver and it's going to pull it up for you. So there's going to be search capability. That comes out on October 9th, which is super cool. They're going to do a webcast on the 27th, so in 2 days, outlining all of the major details of that. And once that comes out, we'll do a quick run through together. On top of that, the teambeachbody.com website is getting a full facelift, a full makeover, which is going to be cool because if you guys have ever tried to send somebody to your website or navigate that website yourself, it's a mess. It is horrible. I had to go in for somebody who was having a problem with an order and I know what to do and I struggled going through that. So it's prettier, it's streamlined, it makes more sense, but they're also going to have the really cool feature when you go on your Amazon and before you check out, they say people that purchase this also purchase these items. Or if you purchase this book, we recommend, if you purchase a book that has a workbook, they'll recommend the workbook with it. The teambeachbody.com website is going to do the same thing. So if somebody orders Shift Shop, underneath, they're going to say, we recommend that you get Energize, and we recommend that you get the markers or whatever. So that's going to help make it a lot easier to find stuff. On top of that, when that comes out, there's going to be this, what did they call it? Share a cart. Okay, so what this means is, let's say I'm talking to Tanya on the phone and we decide, okay, Tanya, you're going to get an all access challenge pack. You're going to get the chocolate Shakeology, and you wanted to add Energize to that at the same time. I can make the cart, do that, and then email it to Tanya. So all Tanya has to do is open her email and pay. So it makes it a whole lot more user-friendly, where I can make sure that Tanya gets exactly what she wants without accidentally clicking into something else. Because I know that happens all the time in our current site, but this also takes the stress away from people, because if they go to that website, it can be super overwhelming, even with the new facelift. All right. Still with me, Tanya? Still with me, users out there?
Yeah, sorry. There's a bug in my light.
Sorry. And I'm keeping an eye on the time. Okay. Next big news is Beachbody is launching into the UK. So there's a big UK launch event on the 21st of October. Guys, I know a lot of you are military, and a lot of you may have friends in the UK or have friends that have friends in the UK. Start talking to anybody that you know that may have some sort of connection to the UK, because they're going to get to be part of this Beachbody thing on the ground floor. Like, how many of you wish that you got in this when it was the beginning, knowing that it was already going to be successful? Like, our founding coaches, like when our people got in the beginning, they didn't know it was going to be successful. These people jumping in the UK already know it's going to be successful, because they have the connections back here to the US. They've seen that it works. So let's get some coaches out there. Let's expand our team in there. And just think about, like, so many of us say, oh, well, we know all these Beachbody coaches already. They don't. So let's start to expand our market. That happens on the 21st of October. If you think you know people, make sure you go into the Coach Online office and get yourself really familiar with what that launch is going to look like. Some of the information is going to be different than it is if you were to enroll a coach here. So if you have questions, make sure you communicate with me. Make sure you're checking your back office so that we can get you rolling. But that's going to be super exciting. Oh, I'm sorry. The teambeachbody.com website that I just mentioned, it's going to roll out in the UK first. So in October, they're going to get that new site. Then in November, it's going to hit Canada. So anybody that's in Canada, I don't know if we have any Canadian coaches on this team. They're going to get it in November, and then it's going to hit the US in December. So in December, we'll be able to access that. November 1st, this is going to be a good one for especially somebody like Tanya and those of you that have kids and who have a lot of friends with kids. Double Time is coming out, and that's the new workout with Tony Horton. And it's designed for kids to do with their parents. Now, it's not going to be like a good physically demanding workout for you. This is not going to be like your main workout, right? But this is going to be a great opportunity to get moving and spending time with your kid. They're 30-minute workouts, but this is also a great opportunity to introduce Beachbody On Demand to families, to get them involved and get them doing stuff. And that's going to come out on the 1st, and it's going to be in the digital streaming library. So any of your people that have that already, it's going to be there. This would be a great thing to run as a short group, maybe not a full challenge group, but at least introduce to some people. Lastly, that I put on here, the big program that's going to be coming out is 80-Day Obsession with Autumn. And that's going to come out in January. This is going to be huge. There's been nothing like this. This will only be on digital streaming. What's up, kid? They will not be putting this on DVD. So if somebody wants to do this, they have to do digital streaming, because literally it's 80 days. It's 80 different workouts. There will not be a workout repeated over the course of 80 days. Okay. Which is cool. Now, within this program, what they're going to be doing is they're going to be focusing on the nutrition piece. So the idea is you just step into the gym and Autumn's your trainer, and she's going to tell you what to eat, when to eat it, and then what workouts to do. So it's going to be this timed nutrition, all this craziness. Now, there is rhyme and reason to what these workouts are. So there's 6 days of workouts, and they're going to follow a pattern. They're just not going to repeat the specific workout. So there's a booty day. I don't like booty. There's a leg day. There's a cardio core, a total body core, a cardio flow, and triple A. And triple A is arms, abs, and more booty for triple A. Okay. That's going to launch in January. Beachbody is pushing their big like challenge group for January 15th. So as you guys are starting to think and plan and talk to people, you want to get them pumped up and ready. Like, we're going to hit the ground running in January. Like, okay, have your New Year's, have your fun, finish all your leftovers for the week. And then January 15th, like, we're going to do 80 days. There will be a big group, whether it's in Fitfluence or I get one together with some coaches, because I'll be doing that program. Now, it's cool, and I'm still trying to figure out the date because I've seen 2 different dates. But in December, again, in order to access this, they'll need digital streaming. So in order to get those people signed up in December, to catch them before, Christmas, before the end of the year, they're actually doing a sneak peek, a 5-day sneak peek, and they're calling it a Little Obsessed. This is going to be an awesome opportunity to run a short, free group, get people introduced to this 80-day obsession, then maybe plug them into a 21-day fix, and then have them jump right into the group in January. So I know I just threw so much stuff at you. I know, Tanya, a lot of it was not new. But guys, there's a ton of stuff coming out. And what I want you to get from this is Beachbody is going to continue to grow and continue to give us the tools and the resources to help as many people as possible flourish, get success. This is the best time to jump into a program, but also to bring coaches on board. When you're talking to prospective coaches, say, look, like, this legitimately is the best time to come in. There are all of these programs coming out. There's all these new tools coming out. There's all these new trainings available to set you up for success right away. They are taking so much of the guesswork out because Carl wants Beachbody on demand in every household in America. Like, he wants it there. And so they're going to continue to give us the right pricing and the right training tools to help get it there. Anyway, that's the main stuff. The other nuggets that I took away, the more training type nuggets, I'll share on another night. Again, we're going to do this weekly. Tanya, was there any questions that you had specifically this week?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Do you have anything that has nothing to do with that you wanted to throw out there, like for your own stuff, or?
Your No Excuses group, or not your No Excuses group. Your
Yes.
Are we doing the?
I'm so glad you said that. I have my book here. Okay. October 2nd, guys.
Yes.
One of our vital behaviors is personal development. And I believe so strongly in personal development. And I want to run a group, and I want to encourage you guys. I'm going to do this book, The Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. The Miracle Morning itself is an incredible book. If you've never read it, it's a great one to add to your list. But this one's specific for network marketing. And I'm setting it up as a big Facebook group. It's going to be a 3-week group. With a bunch of other people within Team Fitfluence. I've added some of you there already. But we're going to work through this book together. We're going to run it like a challenge group. But I don't want this just to be the personal development. I want us to read it and then take action steps. So there's going to be, questions to do in the day or things to check in on. I want people checking in on their workouts. I want people, checking in on who they've invited and what they're doing. So make sure if you guys want to be part of that, you should be doing personal development. This takes the guesswork out of which one. It's the Miracle Morning for Network Marketers. And it's with Hal Elrod is the guy. And I have a Facebook group set up for that. Again, that's going to start next Monday, the 2nd. So if you want to do that, make sure you get your book and get ready to join us. So glad you said that because I have it sitting right here. What else did I miss, Tanya? What else? Did I miss it?
Back.
That was
you covered everything else, yeah.
Nice. You stay on here for a second, and I'm going to close this off. So, guys, I know I just threw tons and tons of information. Normally, I won't just be spitfiring all these dates and whatnot, but this is just kind of like everything at once. But again, coming up, I want to be working through some of the challenges that we face as coaches. I want to talk about some of the fears. I want to talk about some of the tricks, tips, and techniques. And then I want us to be able to help each other and get to know each other a little better because we're a team. And although, we each work our own business, I want us to be there to help support each other through this. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight to you guys. I will have the recording up, and we'll do this the same time next week. I'm going to turn this off and then chat with Tanya for a second. In a second.